Tyrone McKenna, Belfast Boxing Royalty. He's on VIP YouTube for us this week. Our first guest of the week, who's not one of Steve Wood's fighters, seeing as it's all Woody's fighters we get on this channel. Hey, we're 10 days away. A proper fight. Hey, perhaps most exciting fight so far in lockdown. It's got the potential to be Tyrone McKenna versus Ohara Davies. Tell us how good this fight's going to be. You look excited anyway.
It's going to be the easiest fight in my career, Steve. I'm going to go out. I can choose to box him. I can choose to go to war with him. I can choose to play hopscotch and I'll beat him. Anything I choose, I'll beat him. I mean, I think I'm faster on him. I'm more skillful on him. I have better boxing IQ than him. The only thing he holds higher than me is power, and that's it. And on the right hand can only get you so far. I see him on the internet, on his interviews. He's talking shit. He's saying all shit this week about me. So I'm just going to lay out the truth. He is going to be an easy fight for me.
I mean, he's saying now he doesn't want you to look like a clown on the press release that MTK put out earlier today.
Did he? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was a press release. I'll get the actual... give me a minute here. I'll actually tell you what he said today. Hold on. This is on a MTK release. So, hold on. We're all high-tech here in Manchester, mate, all these days. Here we go. McKenna has been a lot quieter over the last few months. I think he'll try and keep that up because in boxing, when you talk a lot of trash and then you get whooped, you end up looking bad and he knows he will get whooped. He doesn't want to look like a clown, so I don't expect him to talk that much from now on because now he knows that he's in a big fight. I'm still accepting a hard fighter from a fit fighter that has a great heart, but I'm going to go in there and destroy him.
Listen, he's the man that should know. You look like a clown when you talk shit and you get battered. He's done it before plenty of times. But listen, I'm so confident about this fight. Honestly, it's been an unbelievable compliment. I'm with Pete Taylor 8 months. Yeah. I've learned a lot with Pete Taylor. I'm back to, I think, the best version of Tyrone McKenna. So I'm just so confident that I have so much belief in myself. I didn't go back and study Ohara Davies and see what he does wrong. I studied myself and see what I done wrong, and I improved on that over lockdown. And I believe that I'm just going to be too much for Ohara.
Just talk about his power. Do you think he's got more power than anyone you face? Because he's lost at a good level. Catchful beat him, won the fight. Taylor beat him comfortably, but the power. Does you think he hits harder than anyone you face? Because we can't deny how hard he is. I mean, I spoke to Tom Farrell about him, and he just said the arms are just so deceptively long. You know that, but they're longer than you think, even.
Yeah. Well, look, that's his two attributes. He has heavy hands, and I'm not doubting he has heavy hands. And he has long arms. I mean, his reach. I'm 6'1", but he's got a longer reach than me. So that's his two attributes. I'd say he probably is the hardest hitter that I've fought. But I mean, he wouldn't be far off Jack Kettle par. Jack Kettle is a very dangerous puncher himself. But the fortunate thing is, I believe in my chin. I believe I can take big shots. I'm a fighter that loves to get into wars. You see it time again. And I'm not shy of wars. I'm not shy of getting punched in the face and smiling coming back. So it'll be nothing new to me. I mean, even I'd say Sam Maxwell sparred him for the last about 3 years. I'd say he's up there with par. He is one of the hardest hitting light welters in the country. And I wouldn't say he's far off Ohara Davies. And I enjoyed sparring him every day. So the power doesn't worry me one bit. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? He hurts you, but I've been hurting in a lot of fights, and I enjoy it. It's something I enjoy. So bring on the power.
But is it important? We spoke before about this, I know, and you've always said it's not going to happen this time. It does. Is this the time not to have a war? I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, no, honestly, I believe. I mean, I honestly don't think he likes wars himself. So if it does get involved in a war, I think it actually will benefit me. But I mean, he's an awkward fighter. That's another thing. He's very awkward. The way he stands, the way he composes himself, he is a very awkward fighter to get engaged and have a war with. So and then with them long arms, it's going to be hard to get very close to them. So I don't know. I mean, if a war happens, the good thing about me is I'm a good boxer. I'm a very good boxer.
Yeah.
I'm going to win the box. I can box. Obviously, Pete Taylor wants me to box, and without the crowd there, maybe I will. Maybe I'll listen to him a lot more instead of getting. I'm a crowd fighter. I fight for the crowd, and but also in the back of my mind, I know if the going gets tough, I can step in and go to war and enjoy the war and enjoy a high paced fight. So it's good to know that I have both have backups if needs be.
Yeah, tell us about your relationship with Peter. I know one of the reasons you went there was to be in Dublin, so you're easier to get home at weekends to see your kids and stuff. You know, you're a family man. Well, what's it been like for you since you've moved to from Scotland to Dublin? You were all over the world the first part of your career: America, Spain, Dublin. I'm sorry, Scotland. I don't know where else you've been, but
yeah, it's so great being home. Just it breaks up camp as well. So I'm down Monday to Friday most weeks because of this COVID-19. I haven't been traveling up and down because I don't really want to be around too much people and get sick. So, but normally it'd be Monday to Friday. I'd be down here and then I'd go home and see my family on the weekends, and it would just break up camp so much and make it much easier. And my family's happy. I mean, I'm happy. And Pete Taylor's a world class coach. You see what he done with Katie Taylor. He took her to Olympic champion. He's got Luke Keeler in the world title eliminator in January. So he is, or not even eliminator, a world title shot. And he's an unbelievable coach. So I have a lot of faith in him and a lot of trust in him and a lot of belief in him. And I've been listening and soaking up everything for the last 8 months and doing what he says. And I believe it's going to benefit me on the fight night.
Well, I mean, lockdown was awful for shadow boxing. There, you're getting you save all that for.
Speed.
He's got it coming. It by the looks of it, if you're the way you're talking, full of confidence. But no, when he was in lockdown, terrible time for a lot of boxers. Still is. A lot of the guys don't even know when they're going to fight. Was it a benefit to you knowing that whenever this was over and fight started, be it in front of an audience or not, you had this prize, the golden contract, super lightweight final, where there was a load of money waiting for you and a contract with an American promoter?
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I seen all other fighters didn't know when to be fighting, who to be fighting, who to be fighting this side of the year. And I could have been one man, but lucky enough, I had serious motivation. I mean, it's just not a normal fight. I'm fighting Ohara Davies. I'm fighting for life-changing opportunity. So during lockdown, I was hitting the road. I bought a gym. While it was in lockdown, like the bag, weights, skipping rope, everything in my garage. So I could train and come out of lockdown better and fitter than most boxers would. So I mean, I believe Ohara's probably done the same. I mean, he's not sure, but it's a life-changing opportunity for him. So I'm sure he's putting in the graft, training as hard as he can. I'm expecting the best Ohara Davies come fight night. I no shadow of a doubt that he is in the best condition that he can be in. I mean, if you aren't, you're stupid. So I think both of us during lockdown have put everything in it. We've kept on top of things. I've been sparring the last 8 weeks with world-class fighters. So I'm just ready for anything. I'm excited. I'm excited about just getting the opportunity to fight again. I mean, I didn't think it would happen for a long time. I was worried what was going to happen. I kept on saying, it'll be next month, and I was like, this isn't going to happen. But finally I got the date, and I really, once I got the date 10 weeks ago, I really knuckled down and got to work.
You've got nothing to prove to anybody. Your record speaks for itself. The exciting fights you've been in speaks more volumes than your record. But will it be nice if you win next week to shut people up who went for you after the PostMoomoomi match? When you got to, let's be fair, that night you go on social media that night. I don't know who was the, most nights on social media, Donald Trump's the most disliked man in Britain. When you're in Ireland, but I think you ran in close that night. The stick you were getting.
I think it was unjust and unfair. I mean, it was a close fight. Yes, he had a couple of landslide wins or landslide rounds where he did get a massive round against me, but it still scored 10 then at the end of the day.
Yes.
And then the first 3 rounds I won handy, and then the next 3 could have went either way, and they went my way. That's the thing. They were close rounds, but they could have went either way, and they went my way. And people are just remembering the 3 rounds that he did have an easy 3 rounds with me. He took me from post to post, and or from corner to corner, sorry. And so people are just remembering that, and that they aren't educated enough to score the rounds properly. But as you say, on social media, they get a lot of. I enjoy it. You know what? I laugh at all that stuff. Like, I go on YouTube. I got slated on YouTube. Got slated on Twitter, and my Instagram posts for the next month and a half. My Instagram posts, I must have got tortured. Anything I posted up, picture of me and the family, started slating on there. Like, it was mad. I couldn't stop laughing at it. But like, that's boxing. That's what happens. If people have opinions, they're going to share their opinion, and the internet, unfortunately, is a opinionated place for the wrong reasons. They love the slate rather than big anyone up. So I was expecting it. It was a good fight. It was a great win, and I think it's prepared me better for the final. I mean, his fights compared to my fights in the competition, mine have been a lot harder, and I think it's going to prepare me much better for the final.
How hard is it going to be? If you win this, you'll be in the world title picture, and then it gets even more daunting when you've got a division where you've got Ramirez and Taylor dominating it at the moment. I mean.
But the thing is, we got Taylor. He might move up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I win this. I will win this, and then Taylor beats Ramirez, moves up, relinquishes all the belts, and I can pick a handy one. It'll be fucking brilliant.
Pick a belt, and then someone puts someone in, matches someone against you. Oh, that'd be heaven. But no, you made a great point about close rounds. We saw the other night in the Efron and Denzel Bentley fight. There was 2 or 3 rounds in that fight that were dominated by one or the other, and the 7 you couldn't argue. That was a close fight, and you couldn't argue either way. That went the other night because there were so many close rounds. Even if a judge gave one of them fighters 7 of the 10, you could see why, because he went the close rounds.
Yeah. Close rounds is still scored 10 then, so it has to go to someone, even though it's close. Even if you're skimming them by a tiny bit, you're still getting 10 then. You're still getting that 1 point extra. So people just need to realise that because you had 2 or 3 good rounds doesn't mean you want to fight. You had 5 closer rounds, but you got beat them rounds.
Before we let you go and have your food for the evening and get your rest before, and you can dream about Ohara Davies, tell us about the hairdo. Surely it wasn't another lost bet with the other Tyrone, your best pal Tyrone McKenna. Surely not. Where did that one come from?
I need to stop betting. I really need to stop gambling with McCullough. But yeah, what was it? We had a MTK done a Mr. competition with me and Trum to see who knew each other better, and he won. So I had to dye my hair. It was pink originally, and it's grew out now. It's just blonde, bleak blonde. But I have to wait till it fucking grows back so I can get it cut and it looks normal. I don't know. I think I might have to have blonde hair in my face.
I think if you win your fight next week, I think you can only go out partying in Belfast all weekend. I think you'll have to change.
I know that.
You'll have that golden contract price. They won't be letting you in places, I'm telling you.
I know. You need to speak to my PA, so.
Tyrone, well, brilliant talking to you as always, and perhaps we can get a chat after the final.
Anytime, Pete, you're a legend.
Next Saturday, if you have recovered from partying.
well, I'll be a couple of weeks after.
Yeah. Best wishes for next week.
Thank you. Legend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.